You're listening to WUJP 91.3 FM Jam Pack Radio, Hempstead, New York.
Blackbeat music. New beginnings, baby. Yeah. Let's get 'em.
Living life.
Here's another one. Yeah.
Living life.
People say it's time, but here I am cranking another song. Guess all the critics, they were wrong. I got a new feel, listen good, I'm gonna bring the funk. So all you ladies, shake your rump. I gotta stack my bread, keep it moving till I find the right woman that'll give me what I want. And if she ain't down to be around for the long haul, I guess I gotta bounce.
I'm living my life. Won't stop, baby.
I'm living my life, won't stop till the day I die. People say I'm dreaming cause I never hit number one. DeVonn, your time is getting gone. But every day I'm working, I thank God that He kept me strong. Now I can stand tall. Please believe me when I say we're gonna keep it coming, y'all. We hot, black beats about to ball. So hit the floor if you got your money right, y'all. Ain't got a job, get it from. Cause
I'm living my life.
won't stop till I die.
Hey. I'm living my life.
I'm living my life.
Won't stop till the day I die. Yeah.
Won't stop till I die.
No stopping. Hey, I'm living my life. Hold up the track, I'm about to spit this, I'm about to roll up my sleeves, cause I'm about to get dirty, chopping all these black beat hits, we about to rule the streets, from New York to LA, the name DeVonn you gon' say, all the ladies want a teddy bear when they come out and play, this beat so hot it'll make it dance, I see all the ladies shaking that, ain't no shame in your game, you living your life out for the fame, keep it real, don't fake the funk, black beat, got what you want, I'm living my life. I'm living my life,
Living life.
If you're living your life, y'all throw your hands up.
Living life.
Living life.
Living life.
Look at that. Pantheon Theater. Oh my goodness. Oh, I miss that so much. White Tower Burger before school. Ooh. And you know what? I was born in 1967. And they said Martin Luther King was there and he died a year later. Coming home. Coming home. Glass City, Mud City, TOL. 1019 Tecumseh. That's where I grew up. Yeah. That's my mama. Yeah. Betty Jean. Rabbit Foot. Yeah. Mean everything in the world to me. You know. That's my papa. Woo. Cool, smooth dude. And I loved him too. My elementary school had so much fun. My high school is where I met my first love and my first wife. Yeah, it started around about 1980. Check it out, I did go to Central Catholic High School. Shouts out to them out there, even though it wasn't in the film part of it. I got to keep it 100. But anyway, you know what? Check it out. Started my first band, man. It was crazy.
Now, so empty down inside. In this life without you, looking for my light.
People was telling me about talent shows and stuff like that at school, and I played in the band, and when I was over at Central playing basketball, and then I moved over to Start, we jumped around in Toledo schools because they had skill centers and stuff like that, so you was able to move around a lot. So, I just kind of did that and learned my way around and started learning that they were having talent shows all over the city pretty much, you know what I mean? So, but, with that being said, that led to recording. I actually started recording really in the basement with Brian R. Scott and his father. There was a reggae band, and he had the 2-track reel and all that, you know what I'm saying, so we used to be down there. They had the drums and the bass, and he said, here, take this, you're gonna learn, so I did what I had to do, you know what I mean. Growing up for me, I think the toughest thing about it was going to see my father locked up behind bars, and the crack epidemic started, and there was such a push for, to join gangs and different things like that. By this time, I already had a pretty successful single, Let Me Drive You Crazy. I had worked with the gentlemen's up in Detroit, and, we had put that together, and it started doing pretty well internationally. And by that time, I was, married and moved out. I had my first child, which is Chris, and then my second came along, which is Alon, and third came along, which is Omara, and it was like, wow, everything was just materializing so fast. And when I moved out to LA by that time, and like I said, with the gangs, it was like a culture shock. When I moved out there, it was more heightened there, and I didn't realize that. I didn't know that, but the thing about it was that it was tough being a parent, being a musician, and struggling, trying to make all that materialize all at the same time.
I like the freak in you. Yeah. I like the freak. Yo, we are coming at the freaks and die. I like the freaks in you. I like the freak. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh baby. I like the freak. Oh yeah, yeah. You know how to hear right.
Finally, it came. I got the deal with Solar and everything like that, and it was more of a distribution deal than anything. It wasn't a solid record deal, but it was something that got me to the next level as far as getting my product and getting it finished, getting in the studio, getting some money for recording and whatnot. And then as soon as that happened, I got the single done and got the video done, Freaking You, and
That was my first single that was going to be released off the album. The album got shelved, Solar got sold, and here comes Death Row over there with, with their whole clique and everything. And I knew I wasn't going to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I was always going to stay an R&B soul artist. So, with that being said, I had to change up and really get into the independent because I knew that it was going to be a new wave of things getting ready to happen in the industry.
Freak me, well.
This is for all the lovers trying to get it back together again. Somehow, some way, baby. We gon' get it back.
Let's love like we used to. Let's love.
The biggest thing that I love about the music industry, for the most part of it, is the live performing. I mean, you have so much to be thankful for when you got a bunch of people out there that's willing to pay to come and see you. You know what I mean? Like your music, and also, they want to be involved by, responding and reacting when you tell them to react out there on stage. And it's just such a joy to be able to know that people know the words to your songs and stuff like that, and they react that way. And, they feel a certain way, and you make them feel a certain way. So it's definitely, one of those things that's a gift, and I really appreciate when people come out and support, and, they bring others and they tell other people about it, and it just becomes a snowball effect, and you go to one city, it might be 10 people, and then you go to the next city, it might be 200 people. So you just never know, how that works out.